In other news, we see Jeff Kastman, a SSPX defender, recently said on Twitter, an extremely well-placed source says multiple priests of the SSPX will be consecrated in June with permission from Pope Francis. Don David, I guess is how you pronounce his name, is among the likely candidates. Well, um, we've seen this over and over and over from some radical traditionalists, constantly appealing to anonymous cardinals in Rome say anonymous source says this and that. It's always anonymous sources, and then I don't know, half the time it turns out to be false. Well, in this case, turns out to be false. The SSPX itself, sspx.org, said, yeah, this isn't true. Father Jean-Michel, professor of apologetics, ecclesiology, and theology at the Society of St. Pius X Seminary in Econ, published this commentary about unfounded rumors and their possible motives this past weekend. I'm not going to read the whole article to you, but I certainly recommend that you check it out, and I will put a link to it in the show notes. It says, maybe you read it on social media. On June 30th in Econ, Bishop Vitus Huander, assisted by Bishop Galarreta and Bishop Fele, will confer episcopal consecration on three priests, members of the Society of St. Pius X, among them Father David, Superior General of said society. Bishop Huander reportedly received from Pope Francis the apostolic mandate to carry out this consecration. Fake news. And it's being spread on social media as if it's fact, but in fact, the SSPX is saying, nah, it's fake. This is a tall tale, or if you prefer, fake news. Although the word fake, which is primarily signifies falsehood, does not translate exactly the whole meaning of Bobard, which has the main connotation of rapidity. It spreads like wildflower. I mean, doesn't that sound familiar? Fake news being spread in traditionalist circles, spreading like wildfire. Yeah. These tall tales start who knows where, but unfailingly circulate, especially on the web. And they spread from there at such a dizzying speed that in no time they have invaded a city, a province, or a canton, or an entire country. Traditional Catholicism is not immune to it. Sometimes you get the impression that tall tales circulate there faster and farther than elsewhere. Yeah. Who started these rumors? How did they cover such enormous distances at a record speed? It would take someone very shrewd to find out. One thing is certain, once unleashed, they come to the knowledge of the crowds as though they were broadcast by a mysterious radio. Every age has its tall tales. There have always been, and until the end of the world, there will always will be, in every individual man or woman, a gullible ninny who will welcome them and be impressed by them. But in troubled times, they find a favorable climate in which to multiply. And yeah, I could certainly say people do show a great deal of gullibility and buying into this stuff without really verifying the information first. And so here you go from the SSPX. They're saying, nah, it's false. It's fake news. So be aware of that for people who are spreading on social media that this information is true. So Reason in Theology is growing as a channel. As a result, there's been a number of increases in production costs. So if you're benefiting from RNT, I ask that you consider supporting the channel. You can help out by contributing to the Help RNT Grow fundraiser on GoFundMe. You could also consider becoming a member on Patreon at patreon.com/Reason in Theology, or become a channel member right here on YouTube. With either of these options, Patreon or a YouTube member, you'll get extra access to patron-only content. You can also donate directly to RNT at PayPal if you prefer that option. And you can find links to all of these resources and ways to support RNT in the show description. God bless. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button. See you next time. God bless.